Hey, and welcome to session 10 in our series of lessons dealing with music theory made easy. I need you to hit like, hit subscribe, and then ring the bell. All right, let's get started. In our last couple of sessions, we dealt with scales. We dealt with the number system of a scale, and then we dealt with how to find the relative minor of a scale. So let's get started. We're going to start first with the B major scale, all right? We're going to start first with the B major scale. Let's look at it. Let me move out of the way so you can see it. All right, the B major scale has 5 sharps, or the key of B has 5 sharps. All right, let's do the scale. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, back to B. One more time, the B major scale. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and back to B. All right, back to B. Now, the number system, as I said before, is the same in all major scales. The number system is the same in all major scales. So in this case, B is the 1, C sharp is the 2, D sharp is the 3, E is the 4, F sharp is the 5, G sharp is the 6, A sharp is the 7, and back to the 1, B. Okay, one more time. B is the 1, C sharp is the 2, D sharp is the 3, E is the 4, F sharp is the 5, G sharp is the 6, A sharp is the 7, and back to the 1, B. Now, let's see if we can find the relative minor of B. And remember what we said, in order to find the relative minor, we need to go up 6. But now, another way to find the relative minor is to come back 3. Okay, you can go up 6 or come back 3. So let's do it. Let's go up 6. All right, let's go up 6. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So G sharp is the relative minor of B major. Okay, G sharp is the relative minor of B major. Okay, I'm gonna put R for relative minor. Okay, one more time. In order to find the relative minor, you count up 6. And let's see, B is the 1, C sharp is the 2, D sharp is the 3, E is the 4, F sharp is the 5. The 6 is G sharp. So the 6 is the relative minor of the B major scale. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the A major scale. Now, the A major scale, or the key of A major, has 3 sharps. So let's do the scale. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then back to A. One more time. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and back to the 1, which is A. So if we count it doing the number system, A is the 1, B is the 2, C sharp is the 3, D is the 4, E is the 5, F sharp is the 6, G sharp is the 7, and back to the 1, which is A. Now let's see if we can find the relative minor of A major. Okay, let's see if we can find the relative minor of A major. And in order to find the relative minor, we need to go up 6, right? We need to go up 6. So let's do it. 1, A, 1, B is the 2, C is the 3, D is the 4, E is the 5. So the relative minor of A major is F sharp. Okay, F sharp is the 6. So the relative minor of A major is F sharp. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to the key of F major. Okay, let's go to the key of F major. Now, the key of F major has 1 flat, and that's B flat. One more time, the key of F major, or the F major scale, has 1 flat, and that's B flat. Let's do the scale. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and then back to F. One more time. The F major scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and then back to F. Now, if we do the number system, like I said before, it's the same in all major scales. F is the 1, G is the 2, A is the 3, B flat is the 4, C is the 5, D is the 6, E is the 7, and back to the 1, which is F. Now, let's see if we can find the relative minor. All right? Let's see if we can find the relative minor of the F major scale. Let's see if we can find the relative minor. All right, let's count 6. F is the 1, G is the 2, A is the 3, B flat is the 4, C is the 5. So the relative minor of the F major scale is D. Okay? The relative minor of the F major scale is D. All right, now you hear me saying F major or B flat major or C major or A major, B major. You have to distinguish between the two, whether you're talking about sharps or whether you're talking about flats. In so many cases, the musicians that play keyboards or play organ, if somebody come to them and ask them, tell them the song that they want to sing, and they tell them the key, all right, say for instance, Amazing Grace. Somebody come up to a musician and say, listen, I'm singing Amazing Grace in A. That musician is going to play Amazing Grace in A, when the soloist really meant A flat, all right? Okay, you've got to distinguish between the two. If you're singing a song, let's say, He Looked Beyond My Faults and Saw My Needs. If you're singing that, you go to a musician, I'm singing He Looked Beyond My Faults and Saw My Needs. I'm singing it in E. That musician is going to play He Looked Beyond My Faults and Saw My Needs in E, but the soloist meant E flat. That's why a lot of times if someone comes to me and asks me and tell me they're singing a song and they tell me E, I say, now you mean E or you mean E flat? You mean A or you mean A flat? And that gives them time to make the corrections then. All right. And I tell you why, because I was playing something, a soloist was singing something and I was playing it. And they came to me and they said, well, listen, I'm going to do this certain song, blah, 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 and I'm going to do it in B. All right, so I kind of skimmed through B. B is one of them keys that I really had a block about. So I was kind of trying to wing my way through B. But then afterwards, the soloist said, you in the wrong key. You were in the wrong key. I said, you told me B, right? They said, yeah. They said, but I meant B flat. That's why I said you have to be specific in the key that you want. That's why I try to be as specific as I can about these. If I say B major, that means I mean sharps. If I say B flat major, that's flats. So that's what I'm trying to get you to say. See, be specific in it. If you mean sharps, B major, A major, E major, F major, F sharp major, put it that way, F sharp major. Because you got F sharp major and you got F major. F sharp major, sharps. F major, 1 flat, B flat. All right? Please remember that, all right? Let's move on. Let's go to another scale. Let's move on to another scale. Let's go to the D flat. The D flat major scale. All right, now the D flat major scale has how many flats? Okay, we talked about when we were dealing with the keys. How many flats does the D flat major scale have? The D flat major scale has 5 flats. Okay, the D flat major scale has 5 flats, and let's do it. All right, D flat. Let's see. D flat. Here we go. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and back to D flat. All right? That's the D flat major scale. It has 5 flats. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and then back to B flat. So now let's put the number system under it. Okay, you got D flat is the 1, E flat is the 2, F is the 3, G flat is the 4, A flat is the 5, B flat is the 6, C is the 7, and D flat back to the 1. You notice I never say 8, okay? Because D flat is the 1, D flat is the 1, and on down the line. Every time you get to a D flat, it's going to be the 1. All right? So one more time. D flat is the 1, E flat is the 2, F is the 3, G flat is the 4, A flat is the 5, B flat is the 6, C is the 7, and then back to D flat, the 1. Now, let's see if we can find the relative minor of D flat. Okay? Remember, the formula for finding the relative minor is go up 6. Let's see. D flat 1, E flat 2, F 3, G flat 4, A flat 5. So the relative minor of the key of D flat is going to be what? B flat. Okay? B flat is going to be the relative minor of the key of D flat. Okay? So now let's do it one more time. D flat is the 1, E flat is the 2, F is the 3, G is the 4, A flat is the 5. Now B flat is the 6. So that makes B flat the not the regular, but the relative minor of the key of D flat. All right? B flat minor. All right? All right, let's do another scale. Let's do another scale. Let's do the G flat major scale. Let's do the G flat major scale. Now, how many flats does G flat have? How many flats does the G flat major scale have? All right, the G flat major scale has 6 flats. Okay, G flat major scale has 6 flats. So let's see what it is. G flat, A flat, it's going to be G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, and back to G flat. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing something. Okay, I'm missing a flat. And what flat am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a flat. Which one am I missing? I'm missing C flat. All right? Because I only had 5 flats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? Let's move on. Let's move on. All right? Let's move on. All right, here we go. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, and back to G flat. Now that's the G flat scale. All right. I do things, you know. I always believed if you made something fun and you laugh, it makes learning it a bit easy. Okay, makes learning a little bit easier. All right, so let's go back to the G flat scale again. Because I'm telling you, when I mess up, I laugh. That's right. I mess up, I laugh. That's just me, all right? All right, here we go. One more time. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, and then G flat. Now, let's put the number system under it. G flat is the 1, A flat is the 2, B flat is the 3, C flat is the 4, D flat is the 5, E flat is the 6, F is the 7, then back to the 1, G flat. Now, let's see if we can find the relative minor of the key of G flat. Let's see if we can find the relative minor of the key of G flat. Now, remember the formula for finding the relative minor is going up 6 degrees. All right, so here we go. G flat is the 1, A flat is the 2, B flat is the 3, C flat is the 4, D flat is the 5. So the relative minor of the key of G flat is E flat. Okay? So E flat is the relative minor of the key of G flat. One more time. E flat is the relative minor of G flat. All right. So now that's all we're going to do today. We have to move on to something else. So that's all we're going to do with the scales. Periodically, we're going to come back to scales and do more of them. But as I said before, the number system that we just used, the number system we use, is the same in all major scales. Whether it's sharps or flats, it's the same in all major scales. All right? To find the relative minor of a major scale, it's the same way in all major scales. You count up 6, and that'll get you to the relative minor. Now remember, if you have any questions, any comments, send your questions and comments, or questions or comments, to musicmadeeasy2020@gmail.com. That's musicmadeeasy2020@gmail.com. I appreciate your comments. I had some wonderful comments to come in before, and I want to thank that person for sending those comments in. So if you have comments, if you have a comment on how to make it easier, okay, email us, let us know. One more time, it's musicmadeeasy2020@gmail.com, and I'll see you in session 11.